here with Kevin Alston Jr. I'm tired of talking to you, Kevin. 3 weeks in a row, highest performer in retention. It wouldn't be so bad if you didn't tell me the prior week that you're going to get it again. But you got it 58.82% in retention. The goal was only 30%, and you had 58.82. How you doing, man?
Good, Tim. Good to talk to you again. Glad to see you again.
I know. I appreciate you spending this time to talk to us. So the first time around, we wanted to get your insights on the calls when you're out there having conversations with our customers. Second time around, I wanted a little more of a personal look into what you do. What is it about you that brings this performance? Now we just need to know about you specifically, because there has to be something about you that is just blowing this program out the water. So starting with that, first question, when you're not at Incept, being a highest performer, what are you doing?
Personal time, I mean, I like to relax at home. I play video games.
Right.
I love to be on the internet a lot, Facebook.
Right, you are active.
Definitely checking out the Incept homepage. Check out a couple videos that you've put up for the social media department.
I appreciate that.
I basically like to relax, hang out with, my friends. And
big sports enthusiast, I think?
Of course, sports all day long. Football, basketball, all day long.
I know, you have this, is it still going that every Cavs game you've gone to, they haven't lost?
That's true. Every single Cavs game I've been to.
And what it was, I know it's a lot.
It's 3 years straight now. 3 years straight. Don't know exactly how many games.
Yeah, I know, but for 3 years straight. All right, so bringing it back into work here, when you're not being amazing, and you're having a bad day, or you're having a rough start to your day, I should say, what are some things that you do to bring yourself out of that funk, maybe mentally or actually or anything?
Basically, like I said, it's just a whole mindset thing on retention. I like to keep a positive attitude. I know I've said that before, but that really is the biggest thing with this program. I definitely don't like to get down on myself too much. I've learned the hard way that gets you into a whole nother bad habit that you don't even want to get into.
Right.
So I've learned over the time being on the program that you can't get too hard on yourself. You have to stay enthusiastic. You have to keep that energy going, and
especially for the retention.
And like I said, I just like to come in every day with a whole new mindset. Forget what happened the day before. But I know every phone call is another opportunity to get a retention, and no matter how bad I do to start off with, I know by the end of the day I have an opportunity to bring myself back above to where I can finish above goal.
Absolutely, and that leads directly into our next question, which is preparation. When you're walking up in here, before you take your first call, do you have any routines? You put on your lucky socks? Like, what do you do? How do you start your day here?
Honestly, I don't really have a routine that I like to follow every day. Lately, I have been coming in a little bit earlier than I normally do, just to kind of get prepared, get logged in. I have my little Starbucks cappuccino that I pick up from the store before I come in. That gives me an extra little boost.
Right.
But really, I don't really have a certain routine that I like to follow every day. Like I said, it's just coming in here with a clear mindset, being prepared to take those calls, knowing, kind of not really expecting the worst, but knowing that, there's going to be calls where I'm not going to be too happy with the way that person talks to me. But no matter what, like I said, I like to leave people with a good impression. So that just keeps me energized and enthused throughout the rest of the day.
Absolutely. And then, especially, now this resonates primarily in your program, definitely. We are focusing on being conversational and the importance of listening, which with our donors and our customers is very, very important. But what would you say, personally, the importance is of listening on your program specifically, where it does deal with a lot of details?
It's really important, just because of the fact that you have to be able to hear exactly what the customer is telling you. Not only because they may be frustrated, but also because you want to help them too.
Right.
A lot of times they're going to be frustrated about certain things, but regardless of what they're upset about, like I said, I always like to leave people with that good impression. So it's very important to listen to what they're saying to you, because I like to, like I said, I like to leave people with that positive experience, not only to be able to say that I left that person with a good feeling, but also to be able to say that I was able to listen to that person, and whether I helped them out or not, like I said, I'm going to leave them with that extra little positive experience that they had by calling in.
So, were you reading my notes before I interviewed you? Is that because you right on my next question? I was gonna say, when I interviewed you for conversational marketing, one of the things you said is the most important thing about conversational marketing is no matter how the call goes, leave them with that good impression.
Right.
And you already touched base on that. So I was actually wanted to know specifically, how would you go about leaving a good impression on someone that is already upset? Sometimes when you get the call through, they're already upset and already had a bad experience. So how do you turn that around?
Basically, it comes down to not getting defensive. A lot of, sometimes people get defensive on, someone coming at you like that, but you have to be able to put yourself in their position. Like you said, it's listening to what that person is saying, trying to understand what they're saying,
right,
and not putting your personal life or your personal problems into it, but more of, hey, I understand what you're saying. Here's what I can do to help you. Even if I can't help you, I'm gonna ask, and try to do what you're asking me to do for you today. But either way, like I said, it just comes down to, like you said, listening to that person. Trying to leave them with a good impression, no matter trying to calm them down if you can. But even if you can't, you still want to try to leave them with a good impression, no matter what.
Absolutely,
can't take it personal.
Now, and that really does touch base with everything that I could think of. I'm only going to let you be a highest performer one more time. And then I'm not going to do it, because then you would have been highest performer for the month, for the last 4 weeks straight. So this is, again, your chance here. Any other shout-outs? I know this will be your third chance to say what's going on. Anything at all, any recognition, anything you want to say at all, anything you want to share with us, man, feel free to right now.
I pretty much gave out my shout-outs to the people that, really have helped me a lot on this program. Travis Woods, Travis Hare, Tara Arena, Steve Ray. Even he's been quite the, let's say, he's been running around a lot lately with his head.
Okay, good.
So, he's been real helpful lately, since he's stepped up his new role lately and added a few more extra jobs to his list. So.
Well, that's always a good thing for people to take upon themselves, to get out there and do more of. Again, Kevin Alston Jr., 58.82%, highest performer, third week in a row.
Maybe 4 weeks next week.
Don't say it, because I think it's something to do with you saying I have to double check, make sure we're not out there bribing somebody.
No.
All right, thanks for speaking with us, Kevin.
No problem, Tim. Thank you.